What's going on, guys? Yeah, can you believe the title? We're gonna get into that in a second because I'm telling you, I'm pretty ticked off. But anyway, to give you guys an update, Mad Max, I just got the word confirmation from Get Lowered over in Pennsylvania. Mad Max is going in to get the springs changed out in the front suspension. We're gonna be putting the new GP suspension springs in, so they're a little more plush. They should be a little more plush, a little more compliant, which you guys know I have been complaining a little bit about, like kind of how stiff they were. So we're going to change out the springs, and we're also going to be changing out the tires to the Metzler Krause Tex. I did a ride video yesterday. I'm going to have that up for you in a couple days, but let me tell you, the bike is just squirrely because it's a little colder, and obviously I got about almost 12,000 miles on these tires, and they're already kind of flat and almost done. And that the stock Dunlops, the traction isn't that good anyway. So anyway, should be there this Friday and should be done all in one day, which is fantastic. So we'll have the tires on, the suspension on, and then I'll bring you guys everything that they're doing over there. Any kind of new builds, we'll go over it. We'll check it all out at their shop. And then back home on the ride home, I'll actually give you guys kind of like a review video on the tires, like a short review video on the tires and on the suspension. And then in a couple thousand miles, I'll give you like a long-term review. But I cannot wait. I'm super psyched. So let me tell you, I don't even know where to start with this video because it's upsetting. It's upsetting. I'm going to tell you why. For all of you guys, my kind of age demographic that watches my channel, the majority is kind of my age, around, in the 40s and 50s. And chances are you have a family, you have kids, you have grandkids possibly. And that's why this particular video really touched base with me. It really kind of ticked me off. It really kind of upset me. And I'm going to show you the video in a second, guys, but if you haven't seen it yet, you'll see it here and we'll go over it. And because I just want to mention a couple things. So I'll just give you kind of a brief rundown. I'll show you guys the video and then we'll talk about it. So what happened was, this is Philadelphia. Late at night, looked like there was a red light, traffic stopped, and then there was a bunch of bikes, dirt bikes, four-wheelers, three-wheelers, motorcycles, just looked like a group ride. What happened was somebody must have sideswiped this young lady's car, and then this motorcyclist, which he does have a social media presence, or he had, I'm gonna say, a social media presence, where he covered up his face and nobody knew how he looked like. So someone else must have sideswiped her car, and then as he passed the car, they kind of got into a verbal altercation. So mind you, instead of being a smart, respectful, young individual, this is what he decides to do. He gets off his bike, he jumps on the trunk of this young lady's car, and then starts to stomp on her back window, and then he proceeds to crush the back window into the car. As he's coming off of the car, he's got a pistol on him. His pistol falls out. He probably just had it in his drawers. His pistol falls out of his pants onto the ground. As he jumps off the car, this young woman comes out of the car and tries to confront this guy, this kid. I'm not even gonna say guy, this kid. He's a kid, for crying out loud. 17 years old. My two sons are older than him, for crying out loud. He picks up the weapon and proceeds to point the weapon at this young girl's face. This young woman doesn't back down, and then to make it even worse, this young punk tries to headbutt with his helmet on this poor young woman right in the head. Three things: kicks the window in, points a weapon at her, and then tries to headbutt her, or actually does headbutt her in the head. This is what makes matters really, really awful for me in my eyes. I have 2 daughters and I have 2 sons. I have 4 kids. And this young lady that this happened to, it could have happened to any one of my daughters, okay? It could have happened to any one of my daughters. So that's number 1. Number 2 is she had 5-year-old and her 2-year-old in the back seat. And this is what this kid did. Can you believe it? I can't even imagine. I can't even comprehend. I can't even comprehend if this would have happened to me. I'm upset and it didn't happen to me. I can't even imagine if it did happen to me or if it happened to any one of you guys. Think about it, right? So not only did I want to show you guys this, how absolutely childish, foolish, irresponsible, criminal this activity, this thing that he did was. If people are watching this video, I also, because I know they're gonna see that video because it was from Philadelphia News, but I also, if people are watching this video and you are new to this channel, I want you to know that this does not reflect the motorcycle community by no means whatsoever. I have literally never seen this happen in the over 34 years that I have been riding. This is absolutely disgusting what this kid did. It's going to give motorcyclists, bikers, a bad rap in a whole. But I just want people to know, if you guys are watching this video, this is not us. This is literally an anomaly, a disgusting anomaly that happened, that I'm sure happens probably too often than it should because of these fools. But it's not, like I said, it is like 99.99999% of all bikers and motorcyclists, you know, they want to help people. They want to help the motorcycle community. I know we do. We stand up for one another. We stand up for each other and for other people. We help people. We do stuff for charities. It's just a different vibe, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just a different vibe. I have no idea, like, what this kid was thinking. Like, this is not what the motorcycle community, what the biker community is about. And, you know, it's just, that's why I really wanted to just make this video, just to tell people, if you're new to this channel watching it, or if you see the title and you click on it, do not blame motorcyclists or bikers or the motorcycle community as a whole, because this dude is not us. Let me tell you, wow, this dude is not us. I'm done kind of talking about it. Let me show you the video. I want your guys' feedback. Let me know what you guys think, but let's run through the video and then we'll talk some more.
A driver with two small children in the back seat is violently attacked by a biker riding in a pack along Broad Street.
That biker kicked out her back window, pounding it with his foot while they were sitting inside.
Well, tonight that driver is speaking out.
It is Monday night, and the big story in Action News is a frightening altercation in Center City.
But that driver did not back down. She went toe-to-toe with that aggressive biker, she says, to protect her family, even though he had a gun.
Action News reporter Caroline Goggins spoke with that woman tonight and joins us live with her story. Caroline.
A wild situation captured on camera in Center City. Philadelphia police say it happened around 9:40 on Sunday night near City Hall. Watch as a dirt bike rider jumps on the back of this car, using his feet to smash through the rear windshield.
It appears that that window is very close to a child who's in the back seat of the car, glasses flying everywhere.
She says she and her girlfriend, with their 5-year-old daughter and 2-year-old son, were sideswiped by a dirt bike rider.
So I started arguing out the window, and they just started arguing back and forth. The other guy got my attention, and in the meantime, he jumped off the bike and jumped on the car.
Bullock got out of the car and approached the rider, who appeared to have a gun on him.
I already seen the gun. He was already trying to point it in the car anyway. That's why I continued to, he jumped on the windshield. He already went through the windshield. I might as well get out.
The two got into a confrontation before the rider took off. Bullock grabbed one of her children and walked away. She said there were many witnesses.
Am I right? Am I right? Like, this is, I've seen other videos of, you know, foolish people, foolish kids knock off like a mirror off a car, something like that, or yell back and forth, verbal argument. That's fine. Verbal argument is one thing, but once you start and do something physically to another human being like this character did, man, that's where the line is drawn. That's where the line is drawn. And like I said, young girl, 2 kids in the car, her 5-year-old and her 2-year-old, and her friend. They're delivering food, Uber Eats. The girl is working. The girl is working. And this is what this punk does. It's it's remarkable. I just cannot, I can't believe it. That's why it just upset me, because I'm like thinking like, oh my God, like if this was my daughter and my 2 grandkids and her friend in the car, you know what I mean? Not good. And if you young guys are out there watching and turn on to this video, man, let me tell you, do not do that. Do not do that, because if you do this, you do not represent the motorcycle community in any way, shape, or form. Any way, shape, or form. You don't represent us, because the good people out there, the good bikers and the good motorcyclists that love this sport and are passionate about this sport, man, you're just giving us a bad name, man. I'm telling you, you're not us. You're definitely not us. But anyway, drop a comment. Let me know what you guys think about it. And I'm telling you, if you guys ever get into an altercation like that, there's a lot of like road rage videos out there and stuff like that. Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you something right now. It happens to me all the time. I'm telling you. Happens to me all the time. Yes, you do get mad. Take a couple deep breaths. Don't forget, you're on a motorcycle. You're gonna lose. If they decide, that person is in a car and they decide to do something, you will lose. That is not even a question. Take the next exit or hit the gas, go ahead, or let them go by. There's no need to argue with that person. There's no need to get into an altercation. Take a couple deep breaths, man. I'm telling you, because as long as you get home safe to your family, trust me, that's what you want. You don't need to get into altercation with somebody that's driving a car and you're on a motorcycle. And on the other hand, if you are in a car, okay, and you get into an altercation, even with a motorcyclist, take a couple deep breaths, man. Go on your way. Everybody has got some kind of problems. Trust me, everybody, including myself. Everybody. If you meet somebody out there that says, I have 0 problems, they're lying. It's just a matter of how well you respond to those problems, okay? Which is going to show your resolve and is going to show you what kind of man or woman you actually are. And trust me, to get out and to do something like that or to fight, that doesn't show that you're the bigger man. I'm telling you, it doesn't. Because literally, I wouldn't physically try to get into an altercation with somebody. Like, they would have to literally like do something to my family. That's it. But words are cheap, man. Words are cheap and talk is cheap. There is no need to get into a physical altercation. Best thing to do is stay out of that kind of trouble. Breathe, relax, and just get home safely, man. So anyway, that's it for that. You, my friend, are not the motorcycle community, and you definitely do not represent us and what we're all about. That's all I gotta say. Bike is going in to get lowered, can't wait. Brand new Metzler Cruise Techs on the way, I can't wait. Little plush, softer suspension, I cannot wait. This Friday, I'll bring those videos to you guys. Love you guys. Peace out. We'll see you guys on the next one.